secret societies and how I'm discovering that sororities and fraternities is the gateway. I'm gonna do a whole little deep dive about that. And I'm coming up with some shit. But I'm learning that's the gateway into being like initiated into that emotion. It makes sense though. Check me up before I even get started. But yes, what I was saying was I learned that white people, of course, had started fraternities and sororities back in 1776. George Washington was president in 1776. That's when all that happened, right? But anywho, that's when those, secret societies, I feel like that's how it became a thing. And that's like a way to initiate people into, is through sororities and fraternities. Which I think they started doing that in the 1800s. So, like, 1,000 years later, they started, like, the elite started becoming influenced by that. But I feel like now, because it's so prevalent amongst black people, like with black Greek culture, they still have like that skull and bone shit. White people still do that. Let me stop saying the white people. I be so blunt with my mind. I don't be meaning no harm. I really don't be meaning no harm at all. But I hope y'all can hear me. Hit me on my socials. Y'all want to ask me these type of questions. It's in the bio thingy. But that is how I'm learning. Like, that's how you could get people from church. That's why cults, the cults have been integrated in the churches through these fucking sororities, fraternities, and all that, AKA. That's God did not want me to be a sailor. I was about to be a sailor. God said, no, ma'am, who? Not you, Bookie. That's why you have to be initiated. That's why they have to haze and all that. That's ritualistic shit. Why would you have to be doing all these rituals to be a part of something? If it really was divine, it should not be, none of that should be involved. You shouldn't have to hate people. That's how motherfuckers get killed and shit. And nigga, did somebody just get locked up last year for some hazing in a fraternity or something like that? It can't be nothing good at the end of that. Like, and then that's why I said the devil will trick you. He will mask it. He'll mask it in the church. He'll mask it as good because you have the Bible. Prayers and doing all that does not mean that is of the Lord, because Satan was an angel. Satan, every word of the Bible, every little thing, honey, and he's the great mimic brother. He could copy, control, alt, paste, and all that stuff. He know how to do all that shit so good. And people be tricked. People get tricked so easily, thinking that something is of the God, but don't take it to God and ask. Nobody ever takes it to the Lord in prayer and meditation and go within. And then your intuition be clicking. Like, I'm watching all these videos of people denouncing their sororities and shit like that. All this is popping up on my feed. God is showing it to me. I'm not searching it. God is like showing me all this. So now I'm going down a rabbit hole about why are all these women leaving these sororities and what's going on with that Eastern Star shit. And that's how they get people in the church, though. It's through these fraternities. People with friends and support, they go to church. That's how church cults begin. I'm learning that. I was so like, y'all, is this like a Jim Jones cult could you be doing spell work and think you're worshiping God? It makes no sense. And then they don't think they're doing spell work with their mouth, like putting your mouth on people and spewing gossip. That's why people don't like going to church, because motherfuckers be running their dick sucker about your business. They be talking about you. You know what I'm saying? Like it makes people uncomfortable going to church. It's demonic. That's why. That is exactly why. Always messy shit. It's rooted in fuckery. Clearly, it's like all clicking. It's making sense. And this is not a conversation for everybody. This is a conversation for the awakened only. Like you gotta, the eyes gotta be open. You gotta be blinking. Okay. You can't be a sleeper. You gotta be unplugged from the matrix to have these type of conversations with me. All right. But I'm gonna do a whole video on this. I feel like because I need to go deeper down the rabbit hole with this because it is so interesting. It is so interesting. Yeah, it's a flag right there.